Horror story about a boy who finds a mysterious box in the woods. The last place Billy expected to find a box was in the middle of the woods. It was a small, unassuming pine box, no bigger than a shoebox, and it was just sitting there on the forest floor like it had been placed there intentionally. Curiosity got the better of him, and he opened it. Inside was a single button. It wasn't like any button he'd ever seen before. It was made of a strange material that felt like dried flesh, and it seemed to pulse faintly in his hand. The moment his fingers brushed against it, a jolt of electricity shot through his arm, and he dropped it in surprise. He stared at the box, unsure of what to do next. A sudden noise made him jump, a twig snapped somewhere nearby, and his heart started racing. Was someone out there? Had they dropped the box? He didn't know why, but he didn't want to stick around to find out. He turned and ran as fast as he could. The image of the strange button burned into his mind. At home, he tried to put the events of the day behind him, but the more he thought about the box and its contents, the more uneasy he felt. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. Every time he looked out a window, he half expected to see someone standing in the trees staring back at him. Sleep came fitfully, and he dreamed of dark, twisted figures that seemed to be reaching for him from the shadows. Days turned into weeks, but Billy couldn't escape the feeling that something was wrong. The wood seemed to be calling to him, and he found himself drawn back to the place where he'd found the box. He searched, but of course, the box was nowhere to be found. Relief and disappointment washed over him at the same time. Relief that he didn't have to deal with whatever was in the box, but disappointment that the mystery of the box and its strange contents remained unsolved. He never told anyone about the box or what happened to him, and he kept returning to the woods, hoping to catch another glimpse of it. But the deeper into the woods he went, the darker it got, and the more he felt like he was being watched. And then he heard it again. That snapping twig. He turned to run, but it was too late. Whatever had been watching him had made its move, and he could feel his presence closing in on him from all sides. Fear finally overwhelmed him, and he screamed, a primal scream of terror that echoed through the silent woods. If you enjoyed this story and would like to hear another one, let me know in the comments.